Sawmill's not running today, so there's not going to be any sawing videos, but I do have one here that you might be interested in, so let's watch it together. Welcome back, anybody. Getting ready to run the mill, and wanted to remove some chips from my dust chute, and while I was doing that I noticed that my blade was not properly adjusted. It's sticking too far away from the band wheels. So unfortunately for me, and fortunately for you, I guess, I've got to make an adjustment on the band wheel so that the blade tracks properly. According to Mizer, the gullet of the blade needs to be approximately 1/8 of an inch away from the band wheel, and currently it's about 3/16 or thereabouts. So I've got to make a minor adjustment to what they call the cant adjustment on the idle band wheel, and hopefully that'll get everything back where it's supposed to go. So I guess you are about to go along for a ride watching me attempt to get the band wheels adjusted properly on here. So here we go. Okay, so before we start, this bolt here and this bolt here, they call their vertical adjustment screws, and this is what they call their cant control, not to be confused with the wooden cant that you make. So we need to adjust the wheel so that the blade is farther back in the wheel. So they say to turn this bolt counterclockwise, the cant control. So we're going to do that first. It takes a 3/4 inch wrench, and I'm going to do that slowly and run the mill and see what we've got there. So hang on, here we go. Before I adjust the band wheels themselves, what I need to do is free them up so I can rotate them by hand. Currently the engine is disengaged from the drive, which means the brake is applied and I can't rotate the band wheels. So I'm going to turn the key switch on into the number 3 position so the engine doesn't start. I'm going to engage the blade like that. Then what I'm going to do, and you're not going to be able to see this, I'm going to disengage the drive and at the same time watch the pivoting, and when it gets to about halfway between engaged and disengaged, turn the key switch off so that the drive is disconnected and the brake is not yet applied. So let's see if I can do this fast enough by hand. Let's see if that worked. It's a fine line between working and not working. Oh, look at that. I did it the first time. So we are now safe. As far as the thing isn't going to move, I've taken the key out. And now we can get started on getting the band wheels adjusted, and I can now rotate them to check for alignment. All right, so now we're ready to go. I can rotate the band wheel as needed to do the testing, and it says counterclockwise, so we'll turn it counterclockwise. All right, so let's start rotating this. What I'm seeing is we're a little too far in, and we'll tighten this a little bit, which should be clockwise. Let's try that. You know what, I should tension this. I hate to tension it. I'll do it a little bit. There, we'll get about 300 pounds on there. Okay, we're coming out. We are moving out, so let's and retighten this just a little. There we go, about less than 1/8 of a turn. Right now the back of the blade is just about even with the back of the wheel, and we're almost at 1/8 of an inch, but not quite. So let's move it out again just a little bit. That's looking very good, very good. And it feels like the back of the blade is inside or toward the front of the rear by about a 32nd of an inch or so. And let's move on over to the other side and check the drive wheel out. From here, I can see that the drive wheel will also need to be adjusted. So let's move on over there. Okay, the drive band wheel is again about 3/16 of an inch to the front where it shouldn't be. Should only be about 1/8 of an inch. So in order to move the blade back, I have to loosen this a little bit, this bolt, and tighten the other bolt. So we're going to loosen our lock nut, jam nut, whatever you'd like to call it. And then we'll loosen the bolt itself just a little. Then over here, which is a difficult thing to get to, got to try to get a wrench in there. And I'm going to tell you, it is not an easy thing to do. There we go. I think we're moving. There we go. Loosen up the jam nut. And we're going to tighten the bolt a little bit. Well, let's try that. Get that tight, and we'll run this. We didn't move that much, so let's loosen this up again. Our jam nut is still loose, so let's tighten the bolt a little bit. There we go. Try that. Okay, we are coming in. Not a lot, but we are coming in, so we're good there. And let's tighten this up a little bit more. And I'm going to say we're good there. So let's see if I can get the jam nut over here tightened. This is where, if they have such a thing as an offset bent wrench, this would be very handy to have. Okay, I think we're good there. All right, it also sounds like our guide wheels are possibly in need of an adjustment. So one step at a time. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to shut you off for a while. Of course, you'll never know it, and you'll be back in a second. Here we go. Engage the blade. Well, it looks like everything's been adjusted. The band wheels seem to be tracking very good, right where they should be. And I think we're just about done with that particular set of things I had to do. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.